Welcome to another episode of the Popko Project Podcast. And today I'm joined by a couple guys in University Drive. University Drive has made their return to the show.
Yay!
We've got hums from computers. We've got Mark facing awkwardly, yes. But welcome to the show, guys.
Thanks for having us, man. Appreciate it.
I'm excited. I'm glad you reached out. Today is August 6th, and the last episode dropped August 11th of 2022. So it's been almost 3 years to the date.
Oh, wow.
Fun fact.
Huh.
Not bad.
And I have some housekeeping things to go over really quick. So a lot has happened in 3 years, right?
Mm-hmm.
Last time I was prepping for a vasectomy. I have since had a successful one.
Awesome.
Oh, nice. Congrats.
Congrats, dude.
Last time, Ryan, a member of the band, he made his third appearance on the show, which made him the most recurring guest on my show. But since then, he has been tied by Sean Flynn. To a degree, Sean has cheated. Well, no, I can't say that because Sean was with me. His new project, the Electric City Surf Club, Those Clever Foxes, and what's the other band he was part of? American Buffalo Ghost.
Yeah.
So those three. Ryan has joined me as part of 3 other bands as well. So I was excited for Ryan to join us to retake his seat at the top as the most occurring guest. I still have the beer that I awarded him last time. He has not
Nice.
redeemed it. So we're going. This is 19 years old at least now.
Wow.
This beer. I actually had. I was prepared with another gift to give him. This is some Fuki plum wine, I guess it is.
Huh.
100% produced and bottled in Japan. 9%. But so yeah, he won't be joining us, so he does not get the new award.
It sucks because Ryan was telling me that's exactly what he wanted too. So.
Well, I went back and I listened to the start of our last one, and I was dying. Like, Ed, you had said something. You're like, "Oh, congrats! Here's a skunked beer."
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And I don't know why. It's just the tone and the delivery was just really great, and
Thank you.
it made me laugh a lot. And before we get into it, Mark, I have a funny story for you.
Oh, yeah. I love funny stories.
So you and I saw each other recently, probably within the last 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So when I saw you, I saw your face and I said, I know that person. And I spoke to you like I knew exactly who you were. At least I hope I did.
Yeah.
I could not, for the life of me, bring a name to your face, right? It bothered me for the whole entire event that we were doing. We were giving away free hot dogs at Ace Hardware in, where was that? Peckville. And it bothered me the whole time. The whole time to Prospector, I'm like, who the fuck was that? And I'm literally driving myself crazy. So I'm driving home tonight from work and thinking about how we're doing this. And I'm thinking to myself, I wonder who's going to join me. Obviously Ed, because he's the one who set it up. And I'm like, oh, I wonder if Ryan will join us for the 4th appearance. And then I said, I wonder if Mark will be there. And then it hit me. I'm like, holy shit,
awesome.
That was Mark. But it's not fair because I don't know that I've seen you with short hair.
Yeah, I tend to go through a lot of phases. So, and also I had glasses on. I was doing the Clark Kent thing.
Yeah,
so
it was
totally in disguise.
Dude,
out and about trying to get a free hot dog. You know what I mean? Maybe win a grill. And then I caved and I bought a grill because I decided I couldn't wait. But
Yeah, I mean, it's a long time to wait. We're going to give that away on September 20th. So
True.
Yeah, you can't go without that
No,
in a new house. But yeah, that was just today driving home from work, preparing for this interview. I was like, holy shit, that was Mark.
It's
So
awesome.
fucking funny.
Yeah, so I'm an asshole. But I recognize your face. I knew your face. I'm like, I know that person. And I said, I hope I kind of pull it off, pretending.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So, yeah, but you were preparing to move. So congrats on the new digs. You got a new house.
Yeah, thank you. Appreciate it.
Yeah, a lot has happened in 3 years.
Yeah,
Definitely.
for sure.
Personally, with band members and obviously with the band itself. So,
Mhm.
I mean, kind of fill me in because you guys have been on tour. The band's been with Cold. Ed and Ryan, I believe you were also playing double duty, playing in Cold. So fill me in on the last 3 years of University Drive.
Well, I mean, the last time we left off, I'm pretty positive that's right when we put out the Heel record. And yeah, after that, it was just a ton of playing shows, you know. It was just a ton of playing shows, and between there, it was me, Angelo, and I ended up getting asked to join Cold. Yeah. But
sorry, Ryan.
Yeah, fucking Ryan. What's it called? Yeah, we ended up getting asked to join Cold, and yeah, we've been, just kind of back and forth between me and Angelo and Tony. Will go out with Cold, and then we'll come home. We'll do a bunch of University Drive stuff, and then when touring together is possible, we'll do the double duty, which is what we did this last tour. So yeah, it's been really great, and I mean, I think I speak for everybody in the band when I say, like, we're just really grateful that we get to go out and do these sorts of things, So it's been really something,
And how many tours have you been on between or the last 3 years? Was it 1, 2?
Well, we did one big one. This last one we did, it was 46 dates.
Oh, wow.
And the one in 22 was a really long tour. It was like almost 3 months. And but between this, we did like remember we did a bunch of those mini runs with Cold, and we did a couple mini runs on our own as well. So like, I don't know collectively how many shows it's been, but it's been quite a few, We've just tried to stay at it. And then in between that, just recently we made last November we made a record. So
yeah, and that you dropped that. I feel like it was kind of like quietly. It was just kind of like, here it is.
Yep. Yeah.
And I feel honored that you reached out to me, you tapped me in, and said, "Hey, we need we want to kind of reintroduce this to people." And I'm happy to deliver 5 more of my viewers to knowing about that record if they don't already.
Yeah, I appreciate it. It's I don't know. I'm personally just really proud of the album, just the way we did it. It was we drove out to Chicago and recorded at this really beautiful studio called Electrical Audio, which was Steve Albini's studio that he had built before he passed away. But we did it all live. We did it all to tape. The only thing we did was overdub vocals. Everything else was just us. We would go in, play the song, go up and listen to it and go, no, not really. And then we do it again and we go, okay. And then we do the next one. And we just made a record, an EP, 6 songs in 5 days,
Is that unique these days?
I would say, right? Like,
yeah.
I mean, nowadays it's very normal to just to completely scrub and edit and process everything into the ground, and I feel like you could hear it sonically in a lot of the music that you hear now, and that's not a dig. I mean, we also record, all of us have DAWs and record digitally, or have recorded digitally, and we undoubtedly will make another record using Pro Tools or something like that. But I think I mean, I know it's quite rare for a band to go in and just stay in the analog medium and to do it all live. It's we just wanted something that was an accurate representation of what we sound like. You know, that was a big thing that we would often get told. Or, I mean, I at least heard it a lot. Was yeah, the album was good, but you know, the show was so much better. The show is so much better, and I know that that's a thing that just happens when you're in a live environment. But we really wanted to capture just what it sounds like when you're in a room with our band, but with nice microphones. You know?
Yeah.
So,
And I think you guys captured that pretty good. And the title is First Stage Separation.
yep.
I think that's an interesting title. Can you elaborate on that?
Yeah. So it's funny. My wife does these. Was doing these gateway tapes things. And they're like meditation type, astral projection kind of things. And they and you follow the tapes, and over the course of time, like all of them are labeled basically. And so one will be, I don't remember all the names of the titles, but she would tell me them, and I even tried doing a couple of them. And one of the titles was First Stage Separation. And when I heard that, I thought, like, wow, that has a lot to do with a lot of the lyrical content that I'm doing. Maybe it's not in the astral projection realm or remote viewing realm lyrically, but you know, I saw a lot of significance in that title. And I don't know, I said, I think we're going to call it this. And nobody threw rocks at me when I suggested it. So
I thought it sounded cool.
So there it is. Mark gave us his thought was cool. And I was like, let's do it.
2 thumbs up.
Did he judge you from the side like he is right now?
Yes. Yeah, absolutely. I do everything at a 45-degree angle. Yeah, I have to.
Yeah, I think it's a really cool album name.
Thanks.
And like, you know, you could even, you know, for someone who doesn't know the history, like, or whatever, you know, it could refer to, you know, the stage that you play on or something. I don't know.
Yeah. There's a lot of different ways you can kind of take it, you know.
So talk about, you said it's 6 songs. One of my favorites is All the Way Down. But talk a little bit about some of the content, whether it be lyrically or musically.
I mean, musically is more like that was really the big focus with everything, you know, because prior records, I mean, it's no secret that, you know, when the band started, it was just kind of my thing, you know, and I reached out to people to kind of fill the void for shows, and then eventually for tours, and then over the course of time, you know, we ended up just getting the right group of people, and it's kind of become a band, you know, it's like an actual band. So with this one, it was like the first time, really, besides Crisis and Eraser Days, where everybody completely wrote their own parts. Like, even if I had something that I was like, oh, this is the guitar line I hear, it would maybe influence something that maybe Angela or Mark was doing, but they would take it in this other way, or they'd write something 10 times better, you know? So the biggest thing for this record was just everybody kind of like just making contributions, like, and you could, that's the big difference. That's the thing I think you could hear from On Off Reset, Clear, Heal. Like, you hear a common thread there, and you hear different influences throughout, but on this one, it's like you hear that same band sort of, but it's like things are colliding now, and there's things that are more exploratory, and I don't know, you for me personally, when I listen to it, it's something I would want to listen to, you know, not just saying that as somebody who's in the band, but it's something more in the wheelhouse of just albums I like and music I like, you know.
And who would you say some of the influences are on this, if any?
For me, it was a lot of, you know, the Pixies, Color Revolt, Fugazi, um, Nirvana, PJ Harvey, bands like that, you know, that had a little bit more like of a louder, abrasive kind of sound. I mean, that was, you know, one of the reasons we wanted to go to that room in that studio built by Steve, just because it was, you know, it was there to capture things and not just to not tamper with what it is. I think that's the big thing. Not to go back to what we were talking about before with digital recording, but there's like a tendency to like soften things and make things more universal sounding, more easy on the ear, or I don't know, just more digestible. Where here it's like you're in control of how good or bad or dull or bright or processed or completely unedited that your project is, you know. And that's why what I'm so stoked on about it, or why I'm excited to eventually go back in the future.
Mark, how about you? Any
Oh,
influences
God.
that come through in this?
You know, not really. I just I kind of always lean towards like a shoegazy style of writing or like affecting things. Uh, so just using a lot of reverb, honestly, a lot of the time just tends to be my tactic. But I mean, I feel like I don't know. Yeah, I can't really say there's any like specific influence. I mean, Ed really came forward with a lot of really good tracks and just kind of handed it to everybody and was like, "Do what you will to this," essentially. And you know, everyone got to kind of put their own spin on it, put what they hear in there, and yeah, it's just a culmination of all of that.
I don't know if it's the recent bands that I've been talking to or if it's kind of purposeful. I feel like a lot of bands are kind of just really almost getting away from that over processing. I just interviewed a guy, the band's name is Rex Tycoon.
Mm-hmm.
Might actually dig those guys from Pittsburgh. And it's just like a good rock album. It's not overproduced. It's just raw and it's like refreshing.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think that there is definitely like I hate saying using the term revival, you know, because I think it's always it's always been there that people are creating like music that has feel and heart, whether it's super processed or recorded on a fucking whatever, you know. But I know for fact that like so many of the bands in, you know, the local Northeast Pennsylvania music scene, it's like that. It ain't, you know, they're not making records that have tons and tons of drum triggers, you know, like they're making records that sound like a band, you know. There's something I think that's just like at the very root of things, just that just affects a part of your psyche and your heart when you just hear something that's real, especially if you see it happen in front of you, you know, and it's not just some sort of big over processed thing. Again, and I need to say, like, I'm not shitting all over like
No, not at all.
that. There's a time and a place for all that stuff. It's just the fact that it's become such the norm, you know, like it shouldn't be weird. And Mark, correct me if I'm wrong here, but in my eyes, it shouldn't be weird if you go out to play a show somewhere and bands start putting their amps everywhere and people start going like, why are we using amps? Like that shouldn't be weird. And I'm not saying amp modelers are great. They're fucking incredible, but they're modeling amps and it's okay if they're amps too. You know? It's okay. It's okay if the drummer is not playing to a click track or he is playing to a click track. It doesn't matter as long as as long as there's some heart and soul behind what's happening, you know, whether live or record it, like that should be the thing that matters, you know?
Absolutely.
I
And
wonder.
I think it's neat, oh, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, I think it's neat to also like have that limitation of like when you have a modeler or something, like you can just model whatever you want, any amp, any effect, whatever. But when you only have one amp and one pedal board with a couple pedals on it, whatever, you're really kind of limited to what you have and the colors of your palette. And I think it really opens you up to more creativity and like writing more true parts to yourself, I guess, in a way. When you don't have all of that to reach for, you just have a few tools at your disposal. So I don't know. It's just, there's something really like genuine, I feel like, almost about playing through an amp and just a few pedals.
Just anything like that too, just to work off what he's saying. It's like decisions, you know, like you're making decisions, like where, and again, that goes back to everything I'm saying about like multi-track, digital recording, all that stuff. It's amazing, but you almost like to retain any sense of like reality, you almost have to like personally enforce rules so that you don't get carried away, you know?
It's like option paralysis.
Yeah, that's just it. It's like you end up in a world where, you know, some song that might be good or great or kind of okay, and you'll work on that song for 6 months just because you're auditioning amp sounds and effects and, you know, putting 30 more tracks of guitars, you know, and nobody's making decisions. So you know, the nice thing about putting a mic up against an amplifier or recording to tape, or if you're going to record in Pro Tools, like just saying, okay, we're only going to track with 20 tracks, you know, like whatever it is, like enforcing something like that just allows you to have to it motivates you to make real time decisions. And I think the art ends up being better, you know?
Yeah, I agree.
So
for sure. I wonder if it's like a generational thing too.
Could be.
To a degree. Because there's a lot of things that, like, you know, I think the Foo Fighters do a lot of like recording the way you guys did, and you know, a lot of those bands that we grew up with, they're like, you know, fuck all this, like, you know, processing and all that kind of stuff. And I think the younger generation, and not shit on them, that's just kind of like what they gravitate to. But it's like a lot of things, whether it's music or, you know, I just read something about how they're getting blamed for the decline of Vegas. Did you see that?
Okay. No.
You know, just like the nightlife and the whole, like, you know, like when we grew up, like Vegas was this like unobtainable thing almost. It's like, you know, you only ever dream to go out there and you heard the bright lights and up all night and all that kind of stuff. And I don't think society is like that as much today.
Yeah.
So I don't know if it's just like a generational thing where that's kind of what they're growing up with, and that, you know, they're kind of gravitating towards, or what it might be.
Well, I mean, I wonder how much of that has to do with just technology in general, you know, like the fact that you can go anywhere just with this thing, you know, like you could see anything just by going on YouTube or TikTok or whatever.
Yeah.
And I think all that stuff is amazing. I think it's incredible. I just think that for certain things, it just sometimes, when used incorrectly or used with the wrong motivations, it could spoil something that could be really great. You know?
Yeah, I think we get caught up with technology too. It's like, well, it's here, let's use it.
Yep. Yeah.
And I think with, you know, the way you guys did this, it's like, it's that old saying that less is more. So, like lyrically, talk about some of the content lyrically with this new EP or LP or EP, right? EP.
Yeah, EP. It's I mean, there's some like social commentary stuff, you know. I try my best to not go too in depth with lyrics. I like them. I just don't like to spoil what it is, because I know I get annoyed sometimes personally when I hear like, oh, that's what that song's about, and now I forever hear that.
Mhm.
So, but I mean, it deals with a lot of themes of separation, no pun intended, abandonment, grief. I mean, grief has kind of become one of those things that, you know, since Clear just kind of permeates throughout the material from here on. It's become just like a forever crisis in my head that I know that like we all have to deal with. So not that it's not something I wish to always write about, but it's just something that is forever motivating. I feel connected to I just feel connected through that way of writing, you know, or through that route of writing. But there's a lot of themes of abandonment, grief. They're sprinkled with social commentary, and there's some religious themes throughout too, you know. But I don't want to spoil just where I stand on all that stuff, you know.
How important is that to you? And I asked that question with a purpose, and I'll kind of get into it. But how important is that for you to kind of have a message that isn't necessarily direct?
Mm-hmm. Well, the message that I try to communicate through a song is specific. I try. My intention is for the feeling to be communicated, as opposed to exactly what, despite whatever the words are exactly, you know. But I don't feel like it's a difficult thing, because it might be difficult for somebody whose intention is world domination through being a rock star or something, you know. But my intentions personally are real connection through the art form, you know. So, and then we always talk about this within the band, like the only thing that matters to us, like, we're not concerned with people who don't like what we do or don't consider what we do. That's fine, you know. Some people will never understand or like our band or any artist for that matter. But what I'm really concerned with are the people that get it and the people that connect to it. So I focus more on that than a specific, like, well, this is my message or anything like that, you know?
I asked that question because I want to ask it maybe differently.
Mhm.
How would you feel if a government official or city official tried to, I don't want to say silence you, but
Mhm.
tried to tell you that like your music isn't for somebody?
I would have a lot of feelings about that.
And I asked that because recently, as we all know, I hope you guys know this, we had an issue in Luzerne County
Mhm.
with the cancellation of
Oh yeah.
Low Cut Connie.
Yep.
Yep.
Handled very poorly by city officials, basically canceling that show quietly, mind you,
Mhm.
and because they were afraid that people couldn't handle it, or there would be some kind of rioting. They used language like propaganda, and I think that's just an overstepping of artistic integrity.
Mhm.
So how would you feel about that?
I mean, I would probably feel the exact same way that they felt about it. You know, the way that Luzerne County handled all that shit was just deplorable. It ended up being something that it didn't have to be at all. And I mean, I don't know much about that band, but from what I can tell, all they were saying was, you know, essentially to, like, we love everybody, we're for diversity, you know, and maybe don't, you know, we shouldn't do genocide. I mean, I don't think that those are like hard takes. Like,
No.
you know, that seems pretty relatively reasonable and understanding of most people would agree with that.
Yeah.
And they were just going to play a fucking rock show, like in Wilkes-Barre or whatever, you know,
Yeah.
like it shouldn't, that none of that should be controversial, and none of that it shouldn't have got to the boiling point that it did. We shouldn't even be talking about it. Like it's silly, you know? It's silly.
Yeah, well, I just think the handling of it was just crazy, crazy.
Yeah.
So for anyone who doesn't know what we're talking about, Low Cut Connie was set to play a show in Wilkes-Barre in Luzerne County, Pennsylvania. It's a free show. They do it every year. It's you know, I've been there. It's a nice event.
Mm-hmm.
But he released a song called "Living in the USA," and I should probably be more educated in the content of that before I speak on it. But it was just, I think he was talking a lot about how I think we all feel as Americans. Like this isn't and I say this a lot. Like this is not the America that my parents told me about when I was a young kid.
Yeah.
It just isn't. And you know, to be an artist, to have a platform and to have the ability to create something like that shouldn't be it shouldn't be the choice of people to cancel it based on their opinion. And like we're not all morons either. Like and we all have the freedom to go to a show or not go to a show.
Yeah.
So for them to kind of
sorry, I didn't mean
but for them to kind of just like dictate to us what we should or shouldn't listen to or shouldn't hear or shouldn't consume, it's just crazy. So the city officials, they canceled the show, and to make matters worse, they filled it and they quietly canceled this was the announcement, I think, came in like March or April for these shows that happen in July. They quietly just changed the name on the flyer, didn't say anything about it, and it wasn't until Low Cut Connie came online and kind of did a video and explaining the situation from his side. Now it's not fair because I always say there's three sides to every story. You know, your side, my side, and the truth, right? But
sure.
I feel like government officials, city officials, they forget that the internet exists. You know, they say things, they backtrack on it, they do things and forget that like there's a timestamp on things, like all that kind of shit. So they cancel Low Cut Connie. They still have to pay him $10,000 to not play because that's, you know, contractually they have to do that. They replace that band with a tribute band. I believe it was an AC/DC tribute band.
Yep.
Turns out the lead singer of that band is a convicted pedophile.
Yep.
So they cancel the show. They use wrong words in their defense, things like propaganda and all this like that.
Yeah.
And then they you know, because their whole thing was that this is a family event. We just want people to have a good time, and it's all ages, and we don't want to have to worry about political references and yada yada yada. So instead, they replace him with a band with a convicted pedophile for a family event.
Great job, Luzerne.
That's fantastic.
Great job, Luzerne.
Bring your kids.
Yeah, right. Like
don't leave the kids at all.
Yeah, like how? Yeah, just insane.
You can't make this stuff up.
No, it's just insane. Super, you know, just so many contradictions all throughout all of it, and something that again just should have been completely avoided. That band is not saying anything that every other human being, 99% of every other human being right now is saying, you know?
Yeah.
It's none of this should be a wild thing to hear. Like, oh yeah, diversity good, bombs bad.
Really?
I don't know.
Yeah, they
decided that was too radical.
That's too radical. Yeah. Super radical. So
can't let people show up to a show and make decisions for themselves.
Yeah.
Right. We're all morons. We don't know what to think.
Yeah.
You know, we're all stupid people, and the more I talk about it, the angrier I get. And just the handling of it was just really poor.
Yeah, I ended up I did get they reached out to us to like comment on that story, the news, ended up reaching out to us, but I don't know. I felt weird about, I don't know. I'm glad like Rich ended up writing a really great article and whole, I don't know what you call it, an op-ed article, whatever, just on that
opinion.
whole
I think it was
opinion.
is what
Yeah.
it
It was so well articulated, and it was just great. And I was concerned with, I was just concerned with looking like I wanted press for our band,
Sure.
you know, or like trying to take something that had nothing to do with us,
Right.
you know. But yeah, when I saw that going down, it just turned my stomach. All this shit right now is completely turning my stomach, and I think it's turning everybody's stomach, regardless of a lot of it, regardless political affiliation. It's just disgusting, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like Rich is the one who actually kind of exposed a lot of that. I know
Sure.
and I saw that there was some comments on some threads, and I think he saw it and he did the research, because at the time when I saw the comment, I was like, is this real? Is this true? And I didn't have the time or the determination to find out, so I just kind of kept my mouth shut. I'm like, I don't know if it's true or not, so I can't say anything about it. But Rich kind of took the lead on that and kind of blew the cap off it, so to speak.
Really grateful for him, you know.
Yeah, I wish I thought his commentary was good as well. I wish he would have gone even deeper, because I think there's, you know, I'm just an outsider looking in, and I felt I probably spent too much time in the comments and stuff like that, but I think he could even got deeper, and there's things that I heard that are even more disturbing. Not, I shouldn't say more, just like just adds to the pile of shit that happened. But
yeah,
and you're wearing one of his shirts.
I'm right. I stand up. Kind of see it.
NAPAC, shout out.
Sorry, the webcam on my Dell won't really show.
They still make Dells?
They made this one.
At least your webcam is centered.
Yeah.
What do you mean, Mark?
Oh man. So regarding the release of this, and I joked earlier that it was kind of almost quiet release, and just kind of like, and like a lot of bands, you know, they do the whole like, you know, watch this space, like big news coming, like you don't want to miss this. You know, they'll do a countdown, like, you know, 2 weeks from release day, yada yada yada. You guys just kind of came out and said, here it is.
Well, what we did was we've done those things before, like in the past, and it's just silly. It's just silly for, you know, I don't think it really does us any favors, you know, outside of like, we'll post like little teasers, you know, little things like with no real reference, maybe some lyrics or something like that, just to kind of get the people who are interested, like, oh shit, what are they doing, you know? But as far as like big things coming, or you know, pre-save the link, like all that stuff, like, I don't know, I just don't, I from the trials of us trying those things in the past, they just really haven't been super effective.
And to be clear, that's fine. I'm not shitting on people who do that.
No,
it's not a shit.
no.
I just wanted to kind of acknowledge how you guys did the release.
Yeah, no, I mean, not at all. I mean, everybody, and for some people, those things might work great, you know. But I noticed for us, those things just seem to fall flat and make us just look sillier than we already are. So I just thought, or I think, you know, maybe Ryan, Mark and I, I'm not sure. We all had kind of spoken about like, let's just put a single out, and then we'll waterfall out the next single, and then we'll do the third single, and then we'll release the whole EP. And that was just kind of what we did, you know. And quietly it it did very well, though. It's really funny because we didn't make a huge ordeal out of it, but it's had like the quickest traction as far as like our numbers go. And not that, I mean, I don't know what the fuck any of that even means, but as far as like as seeing like immediate reaction to it and interest, it's this one probably besides Clear has had like the quickest takeoff, and just like the amount of spins and like reviews we've been getting from it too. So yeah, it's very funny that this record that we went and recorded in 5 days on a reel of tape, as opposed to these things we were like meticulous about, you know, for months and months on end, ended up doing a lot better than the other things, you know.
Well, you guys also put the work in too. I mean, how much do you think, you know, doing the tour dates, being support for Cold, how much do you think that played into it?
I mean, I can't speak for Mark, but speaking personally, like as far as musically, like getting your chops up, I mean, it's kind of it's impossible for you not to become a better musician if you're playing that many times in a row. You know, whether it's for, you know, on like the little 2-week runs we've gone out for, or for 5 days, or for 30 days, whatever it is, like those things just, you know, you're hitting the gym musically. And us being together too, it's been this like these 5 individuals in University Drive, like it's been really wonderful just communicating our ideas to each other. And there's been like, at least I feel like there's been genuine excitement around all the things that we've been doing as far as First Stage Separation, you know, the 2 singles, Eraser Days and Crisis, that we put out, other material that we haven't even put out that we've just like kind of kicked around. But there's always just a general sense of excitement in all we're doing. So I think just us being together as much as we have that, more so than playing the shows, and recognizing like, wow, we have a band and we're really proud of our band, but we have like a really great brotherhood that like these are my, truly, when I say it, like these are my best friends, you know. So and I get to like create this really personal art with them. So yeah, just being with them, you know, us being together. That's my take. That's what I would say.
Mark, the floor is yours.
Fair enough. Oh boy. All right. So, I mean, we also locked ourselves essentially in a room together for 11 days before we even went to Chicago to record the album. And it was just really crazy watching things kind of evolve over the course of those 11 days. You know, you'd come in one day and be like, well, I think this is what I want my part to be. And then the next day you're like, I'm not so sure. And just, you know, you have 5 people all in a room together, all doing the same thing, and just it progresses into something completely almost different, but the same, you know, like the same at its core. And yeah, but I mean, to be in a room with 11 guys I'm sorry, not 11 guys, 5 guys for 11 days, all coming from work and just, you know, stressful backgrounds and everything, and just being able to get in that room and just put it all aside and hang out and have a good time and no animosity. Like Ed said, with that brotherhood, like it just, I don't know if I could do it with anyone else.
Yeah.
It's just great.
Yeah.
Is this the most time you spent together, do you think? Like in the past couple of years?
Probably.
Yeah, I feel like this past tour was probably the most time that we've spent.
Yeah.
Specifically for you and I, Mark.
Oh yeah, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, but like, yeah, as a band for sure. And yeah, I mean, they're just really, they're really important. They're just important to your growth, you know, as a band, or just to your friendship in general, you know.
Well, I think that's just like kind of life in general too, with you know, everybody. So it's good to hear that you guys have been able to spend that time together and kind of grow and evolve.
Yeah.
It's been a really fun process.
Mm-hmm.
We haven't mentioned Tony. Is Tony still in the band?
Tony's still in the band.
All right. And he's still doing stuff for Cold too, right?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So the three members of University Drive are in Cold as well.
Correct.
And how's Tony doing?
Tony's doing good. I was just talking to him a week ago. We were just chatting about upcoming Cold stuff, and I'm in the process of trying to set up 2 university shows, 1 or 2, just before we end up going into Cold World. So we were chatting. He's doing well, and he's playing so good. He's playing like so much. It's been really cool to watch Tony evolve as a drummer. Like just even in my time, like being friends and playing music with Tony, like watching him when he first joined Cold to then first joining University, and now where he's at. Like he really is he's a fucking monster on the kit, man.
It's kind of cool to see, you musicians, and I think it probably happens to everybody, like how much better you can get. Like, it seems weird to like, you mentioned it before, it's like going to the gym and you get results, and the more you play, and obviously the better you get. But like, I think it might get lost on people, like how better you can get.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, the people you surround yourself with, and then the pain you put yourself through, whether it be performing or touring, all that kind of stuff. It's just kind of, I don't think people think about that a lot.
And you got to have a good circle. Like there's some bands or people or whatever friends that you're around that, it might be a weekend warrior situation, or just or like this is a hobby for us, but it's a hobby that like we love dearly and would probably die for, kind of thing. But it's we have each other like motivate each other, like so many times where I've presented songs and one of the guys have been like, well, just keep going with it, or do this, or try this. Like everybody in the band, like, oh, I can't do that, or Tony saying, well, I can't do that, I can never do that. No, you just fucking do it. You can do it. Like we all kind of motivate each other in a positive way.
Yeah. And how about Angelo? I saw that he just released a new single.
So good. Yeah, that Desert Together song.
Yeah.
It's a great song.
So good, man. I said he's like, or I was telling Chelsea the other day, I was like, he's like a little songwriting, like quiet songwriting genius. Because he just keeps them. He keeps all these songs. He doesn't like every once in a while be like, hey, I kind of did this. What do you think? I'm like, what the fuck? What do you mean? What do I think? Like, why? Show him. Come on, bring him. Let's go.
Yeah. And he's so damn handsome too. It's not fair.
Yeah, it's bullshit.
It's so bullshit. Yeah,
he's got it all.
Yeah.
It's like he just doesn't even try. He's just like, oh, I'm just good at all these things.
That's the crux of his existence. He's
trials and tribulations.
I love him.
Is that song clean? Did you find that out for me?
The Desert Together song?
Yeah.
I didn't. I sent it to him. I sent like that you wanted it, but he didn't reply to me about that. So,
is there anything on the new record that you could? Is it clean that you could send over?
There are some songs. Spin Out. I could send you some stuff. Yeah.
All right.
I could send you some stuff. I just might have to make one crude edit on my own for one song where I say fuck.
Oh yeah, that's a bad one. That's a bad one. That's a no one. That's a no-no.
It's a no-no.
Yeah, I was so upset. Cause I remember you released some singles. I'm like, yo, is it clean? Send it. Like, no, it's not. He said the dirtiest word you could say.
Sorry about that.
I'm gonna call Brett.
Call him.
I'm calling right now.
Do it. See what he's up to.
Oh, I feel like we're missing an opportunity to
tell him he's missing his award.
Yeah, you're missing.
Hello.
Ryan.
Yes, sir.
You need to jump on this podcast at least for 2 minutes to reclaim your seat, your throne of the most appearances on the Popko Project.
Wait, did somebody beat me?
Well, currently you're tied with Sean Flynn. Sean Flynn.
And you got to come on here, dude.
Dude, I already have the award. All right, I'm driving Kelsey home. Let me not be in a car. I'll pop on 2 minutes.
All right, we'll see you soon.
Thing, right?
Well, I mean, you are being recorded. I should probably have told you that before.
Area.
Yeah. So we'll see you in a few minutes.
All right.
All right.
Come in.
Later.
Sorry.
Oh,
I
great.
love that. That's great.
I love it.
This might be my favorite podcast I've done. This will be episode 243.
Wow.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
Yeah, dude.
It doesn't feel like
amazing.
a lot.
It's amazing.
It doesn't feel like a lot. Like,
Awesome.
well, it'll be 5 years, believe it or not, in December. So you think about 5 years and like 250 or well, close to 250 doesn't seem like a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's 5 years. That's basically one a week.
One a week. Yeah.
Almost without fail.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I took most of July off. I think I did one with Dustin Douglas, July 2nd. And then I didn't do one until it was July 28th with Sean. And yeah, I think I needed like a little bit of a reset. I don't know. I was also on vacation a lot. I was going through some, my aunt had passed away.
Sorry to hear that.
Yeah. It was, it's one of those situations where she turned 65, I believe, August 9th of last year.
Mm-hmm.
So she was thinking about retirement. She was thinking about, hanging it up and spending more time with her husband. And, I made a post on Facebook that said all this, but I'll kind of repeat it. But, sitting poolside at her daughter's house, visiting her newly wed son in New York City. And then her other son lives in Philly, and she's a big Phillies fan, so they would go to visit him and go to Phillies games. And what crushes me the most is she was like a third grandmother to my children. When my kids were born, this dates back to 2017 when we had our first child. It wasn't even like a, hey, if you need me to help out and watch your son, I'd be more than happy to. It was like, here's my work schedule. These are the days off. I'll be there on my off days,
Mm-hmm.
And then the following year in 2018, I grew up with my aunt and uncle and my cousins. We spent a lot of time together. But as you get older, things change, and I would see them on like holidays,
Mm-hmm.
Christmas. It's maybe twice a year. But when my son was born, and then a year later my niece was born, and then a couple years later my daughter was born, we started taking like annual family vacations with like her husband and her kids, and then my mom, me and my kids, my wife, and my brother and his wife and their kid, and then my other brother. And it really became like a family unit. And she was the sister of my father who passed away 20 years ago. So she was making all these plans, retirement, and 3 weeks later she was diagnosed with leukemia.
Yeah.
And
Jeez.
spent
That's terrible.
almost a year fighting that. And you hear that a lot, but people get ready for retirement, and then this bad shit happens, and it really makes you think about life and how you spend it and who you spend it with. And it's just it's tragic. It's something I don't know that I still have comprehended, because it just happened. It was July 16th, I think she passed.
Yeah.
And I had seen her in March. She was in the hospital, not doing well. And I actually thought that we were going to lose her at that point. And she fought, and she came through, and she looked great. I saw her maybe 2 or 3 weeks before she had passed, and she was doing great. She was moving around. My kids were there. We were at her daughter's pool, and she was laughing and smiling, and everything was great. And then she went in for a second round of treatment, and she couldn't handle it.
Yeah.
Sorry to hear that, Pop.
Yeah,
really
It's terrible.
Yeah.
I didn't want to bring it down. It's just
No.
I hope it's a message for
That's
people
all right.
that you just never know. And I'm like, I get made fun of. I'm a grump, right? Like, my wife wants to go to Disney again for the third time, and she's a better salesperson than I am. She'll say they're not going to be young forever. Like, we can't take it with us, and these are the moments that we're going to remember forever. And I'm like, yeah, you're right. But initially, I'm like, no, we were just in Disney 2 years ago. Why are we going again? Like, this is crazy.
Yeah, it's those things, those tragic things. They really, like you said, they really make you think about what's really important, and you want to live now.
Yeah.
You want to live now and not wait for some hopeful moment where maybe I can get a couple of years. Like right now we're here, and the people we have are here right now. So that's all we could do.
Yeah, but it's so fucking hard. Like it's you look back, and every generation is different, right? Like, our life is so much easier than our parents, a lot due to technology and things like that. You can have food delivered to your door without even like getting out of your chair. You have groceries delivered to your door. You can do whatever from your phone. So like, a lot of life is obviously easier. We have medications that help us stay alive longer, all these things. But like, you want to try and buy a house, it's almost impossible.
Mm-hmm.
And you want to try and rent an apartment. I don't know how people making the minimum wage are affording a place to live. It's going to the grocery store, the cost of eggs and milk and just food in general is fucking crazy.
Yeah.
So yeah, you want to live now. You want to do all the things you want to, but it's like you need money to do those things, and it's like it's hard.
It's a dance. The whole thing is it's a dance. But I think at the very least, when I'm saying these things, I'm not really talking about you or us, but I think people have a tendency to have blinders on about those sorts of things until it hits them like a truck.
Mm-hmm.
I think that everybody here is well aware, that life is very fleeting, but we also have to juggle like being able to have the time to live those moments, right?
Yeah.
So
it's tough.
Yeah, it is tough. It's just just tough world.
I was just talking last night, or not last night, 2 nights ago. There's a band called Fox Lake, and their message is, I don't want to say extremely political driven, but there's definitely stuff that's a part of that. And Ryan's here.
Bring him in. Bring him in.
Finish my thought, but like, I said to him, like, do you think it's ever going to get better? Like, and he's like, I don't think in our lifetime it will.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I don't know. We'll see.
Hard to tell.
Ryan's iPhone too.
Ryan has entered the chat.
Immaculate.
There he is.
Oh.
He made it.
Oh, dude. You guys fucking suck.
His fourth appearance on the Popko Project Podcast. And I have an award for you.
Oh, sweet Jesus. What is it?
Well, first of all, you still haven't got your award for the last appearance.
That's what I was trying to say on the phone, is that's mine.
This is still yours.
All right. Fuck yeah.
So it's almost 20 years old at this point. From what I can gather, there's no date on it that I can visibly see. We'll call it, like I said last time, it was probably about 16 years old at the time. So now it's probably about 19.
Perfect.
Since you showed up to reclaim your seat at the top of the show appearances, I have for you an imported plum Fuki.
Oh my God.
It is
yet again, I'd like to thank my father. And a shout out
Where
to
would
Big
you be
Justin.
without him? You know?
I wouldn't be here. I'd also like to thank Sean Flynn for holding his seat and keeping it warm for me while I fucking reclaim my crown here.
I can't believe you came in just so you can get your fucking prize.
Dude, I just literally walked in the door. I have Kelsey, I brought her bags and I kept going, I just gotta pop in for 2 minutes.
Yeah.
So funny.
All right. I love all of you guys very much, but there is a pizza and luggage and all of these things. So I'm gonna do a drive-by. I love you, Popko.
Love you, buddy.
I'll walk
Love
by
you,
and
buddy.
reclaim those beers.
All right. Yeah, you're a mile away. Come on, like Jesus.
I'm a mile, dude.
Not even that.
I'm within spitting distance of your house.
It's 100% produced and bottled in Japan, and 9% ABV. Let's go.
Perfect, dude. I'm gonna pee in a jug and give it to you. And
I don't know
it'll
how
be
old this
100%
is.
bottled down there.
This is probably within 5 years old. I mean, it just gets better with age, I think.
I hope you guys were talking about like the record and cool artsy shit, and I'm coming in here talking about pissing in bottles.
No,
So-
actually, we were. I brought the thing down pretty heavy, talking about death and things like that. So you really brought it back up. So thank you for that.
Yeah.
Hell yeah! Thank God I wasn't part of that because it would have got weird. All right, I'm gonna go do these things. I love you, boys.
Four-time
Thank you
appearance,
for having me.
Ryan
Number
Love
four.
you, buddy. See you.
See, I don't know how to leave this though. This is gonna be a whole process.
You got it. You got
At
it.
least you're facing straight.
Wow. Okay.
What a fucking entrance. Oh, what a fucking
This hands down may be my favorite
yeah,
episode.
yeah,
Oh yeah.
fuck yeah.
Yeah.
It's the 45-degree angle.
Yeah.
I knew it would work.
It's totally
I've
what
got
it is.
something going here. You guys are just scared to admit it. That's
Yeah,
all
I'm
it
not scared at all.
is.
So what's next for you guys?
I'm not sure. Honestly, at the moment, we're just outside of.
Tire back to us. Good.
Sorry, I had to.
That was really good. Outside of, like I said, I'm trying to figure out a time frame to do 1 or 2 shows for the band. Not that we're taking it easy. This is actually, it's funny. This is the first time me and Mark have probably seen each other since we got off the road. Right now, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's been a while.
We'll
yeah.
see,
Yeah,
quote unquote.
yeah, but yeah, outside of that, I'm just just working on pushing the record through means such as this. Just that's really it. Just I really want to. I have a tendency, which it's me. It's not the other one fine gentleman. It's me. I have a tendency to immediately when we're done doing something go, all right, we got to do something else. And I'm really trying to resist that urge to immediately jump into like, well, let's make a record. So I think we need to give this thing time to actually like do its thing, So.
And how do you plan on doing that? I asked that question because I know you guys aren't like, you're not on TikTok making silly videos and doing dances and all that stuff. We talked about the, I keep calling it a quiet release. I don't want to be that negative with that
No.
statement by any means, but what's you said shows, hopefully a couple shows coming up, and just kind of let it out there and see what happens.
Yeah, I mean, that's for me, like that's what, it's funny. I've actually just recently acquired our TikTok and I'm trying so hard and I don't know, I'm just doing the very best I can. But at the same time, like you're never going to see us do a dance trend or something like
Right,
that.
of course.
It's not going to happen. But yeah, just thoughtful content that makes sense, and lightly pushing the band, lightly when we get reviews of the EP, showing those, pushing the songs. If we have something going on, we talk about it. If we have thoughts, we talk about it. Like that's just staying connected with the little base that we have. Because that's all I'm worried about are the people who who find it, who care, and the people who currently care. I'm not worried about the people who will never give a shit. So
yeah,
I say that with love.
Of course. Of course.
Yeah.
And then are there future cold dates?
Yeah, there's what do we do in October? Something, a 2-week run in October of like not acoustic, but it's like we're doing this like winery tour thing where we're gonna do like not broken down, I don't know what the right word, just different arrangements of the songs, and some things that songs that Cold normally doesn't play. Scooter has like a whole vision for the thing. So there's 2 weeks of that, and really I think it's 10 shows altogether. And then I think it's like starting to plan for next year. And there's also, Cold recording stuff that's eventually coming through as well. So I'm kind of not in the dark on that, but that's just kind of like in the air. It's happening, but I'm not as in it as
Sure.
he is, in the know, really. And then University Drive will plan our year as well. We just taking little steps, doing what we can, and taking it seriously while not taking it too seriously.
It's a good tactic.
Right? I think that's about right.
Yeah. Very much.
Mark's going to be grilling.
I am going to be grilling.
Grill
I've
master
been
Mark.
grilling.
What kind of grill did you get?
Grilling the past 3 days. So this is such a funny track to take. It's like a charbroil, I think it was. It was like $250, but decent 4-burner grill.
Yeah.
Not too bad. Just been
Does it-
cooking mad steaks, burgers, hot dogs, chicken.
Yeah.
It's good.
Well, that's like one of the first things that I remember when I bought my first house. It's like one of the first things you have to get. It's part of what you have to do. It just really ties it all together.
It really does. Like the outside portion of the house really came together once I parked the grill there. It's important.
Three clicks of the tongue, right?
Oh yeah, quick.
Yep.
Really makes the difference.
It-
I noticed the steak flavor came out more when I clicked the tongs 3 times.
that's the activation.
Yeah, exactly.
You're not grilling if you don't click 3 times. I
Got
don't
it
make the
right.
rules.
Yeah, no.
Well, thank you guys for allowing me to be a small part of the University Drive world. Like I said, thank you for allowing me to share your message with my 5 listeners.
Thank you, man, very, very much. No, I mean, I'm always grateful whenever we get a chance to do this, or when we actually bump into each other. So I'm just really grateful for it.
It's been a minute since I've seen you.
Yeah, it's been quite some time. We've been busy boys, all of us, So
I mean, I saw Mark, but I really didn't see him because I didn't know it was him.
right.
That's so funny.
And I literally live maybe probably less than a mile from Ryan, and I never see him. I always used to see him like either driving through or I haven't gone on a walk in a long time, so I haven't passed his house. But I haven't seen any of you guys.
Well,
We'll have
we got to
that.
change that. We got to change that. Maybe the next show you got to come out to.
Yeah, we'll take some pictures in the green room. We'll do some content.
Let's
I'll
do
do
it.
that.
We'll call it BTS, behind the
Okay.
scene.
I like that.
Hashtag BTS.
That's pretty sick.
That was a hashtag. I was making a hashtag in
Yeah.
case anybody was curious.
People
Really?
my age get it. I think there's a thing. There's like funny videos doing that. Like when they first came out, when they first started doing them.
Oh yeah,
Hashtag, yeah.
yeah.
Well, guys, best of luck with everything. I hope the
Thank you, man.
album continues
Thank
to grow and get into more ears. And best of luck scheduling those University Drive dates. And of course, best of luck on the road with Cole.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
All right, guys. Thanks so much.
Thanks, Popko. Thank you for having us.
We'll see you.
Have a good one.